దాడులెన్ని జరిగిన గాని దడువలేదు రేవంత్ అన్నా గంతకంతా ఎత్తుకు ఎదిగాడో మొక్కనాడు పోలేదు ఒక్కడయ్యి కొట్లాడాడు అందుకే పెద్ద నాయకుడయ్యాడో అమరవీరుల త్యాగం చూసి అమ్మ సోనియ చలువతోటి వచ్చిన మన తెలంగాణ రక్షణే చేయమంటున్నాడు. మూడు రంగుల జెండా పట్టి సింగమోలే కదిలినాడు ఒక్కరో కాంగ్రెస్ సూర్యుడు మన రేవంత్ అన్న నిగ్గదీసి అడిగే మొరగాడు. అహమంటూ లేనివాడు అందరినీ కలిపేటోడు ఆనాటి రోజును తెస్తాడు మన ఆశలన్నీ తెచ్చే నాయకుడు. ఇందిరమ్మ రాజ్యం మళ్ళీ రేవంతు వల్లే సాధ్యం మన వంతుగా గన్నకు తోడుందా మన ఉద్యమానికి సిద్ధం అయిపోతా. తెలంగాణ పులి బిడ్డ మరవబోదు నిన్ని గంట జై జై మా రేవంత్ అన్నా గన్నది మన తెలంగాణ. మూడు రంగుల జెండా పట్టి సింగమోలే కదిలినాడు ఒక్కరో కాంగ్రెస్ సూర్యుడు మన రేవంత్ అన్న నిగ్గదీసి అడిగే మొరగాడు. మూడు రంగుల జెండా పట్టి సింగమోలే కదిలినాడు ఒక్కరో కాంగ్రెస్ సూర్యుడు మన రేవంత్ అన్న నిగ్గదీసి అడిగే మొరగాడు. వీడు భూమిన వానైతాడు బీద సాదల ధైర్యం వీడు దొంగ దొరల భరతం పడతాడు మన రేవంత్ అన్న పేద ఇంటికి పండుగ తెస్తాడు. సోనియమ్మ దివెనతోని రాహులన్న సైనికుడయ్యి పెద్ద కొడుకై యుద్ధం చెయ్య సిద్ధమాయే రేవంత్ అన్న. మూడు రంగుల జెండా పట్టి సింగమోలే కదిలినాడు ఒక్కరో కాంగ్రెస్ సూర్యుడు మన రేవంత్ అన్న నిగ్గదీసి అడిగే మొరగాడు. జెండా పట్టి సింగమోలే కదిలినాడు ఒక్కరో కాంగ్రెస్ సూర్యుడు మన రేవంత్ అన్న నిగ్గదీసి అడిగే మొరగాడు. వీడు భూమిన వానైతాడు బీద సాదల ధైర్యం వీడు దొంగ దొరల భరతం పడతాడు మన రేవంత్ అన్న పేద ఇంటికి పండుగ తెస్తాడు. సోనియమ్మ దివెనతోని రాహులన్న సైనికుడయ్యి పెద్ద కొడుకై యుద్ధం చెయ్య సిద్ధమాయే రేవంత్ అన్న. మూడు రంగుల జెండా పట్టి సింగమోలే కదిలినాడు ఒక్కరో కాంగ్రెస్ సూర్యుడు మన రేవంత్ అన్న నిగ్గదీసి అడిగే మొరగాడు. దాడులెన్ని జరిగిన గాని దడువలేదు రేవంత్ అన్నా గంతకంతా ఎత్తుకు ఎదిగాడో మొక్కనాడు పోలేదు ఒక్కడయ్యి కొట్లాడాడు అందుకే పెద్ద నాయకుడయ్యాడో రక్షణే చేయమంటున్నాడు. మూడు రంగుల జెండా పట్టి సింగమోలే కదిలినాడు. ఒక్కరో కాంగ్రెస్ సూర్యుడు మన రేవంత్ అన్న నిగ్గదీసి అడిగే మొనగాడు. ఓహమంటూ లేని వాడు అందరినీ కలిపేటోడు ఆనాటి రోజులు తెస్తాడు. మన ఆశలన్నీ తెచ్చే నాయకుడు. ఇందిరమ్మ రాజ్యం మళ్ళీ రేవంతు వల్లే సాధ్యం. మన వంతుగా గన్నకు తోడుందా. మన ఉద్యమానికి సిద్ధం అయిపోతా. తెలంగాణ పులి బిడ్డ మరవబోదు నిన్ని గంట. జై జై మా రేవంత్ అన్నది మన తెలంగాణ. మూడు రంగుల జెండా పట్టి సింగమోలే కదిలినాడు. ఒక్కరో కాంగ్రెస్ సూర్యుడు మన రేవంత్ అన్న నిగ్గదీసి అడిగే మునగాడు. రాజ్యమొచ్చి ఏడేళ్ళాయే రాతలింకా మారకపాయే. మోసగాడి సేతుల జిక్కిల్ది రాష్ట్రం మొదటి కన్నా ఇలమైంది. నాటి నుండి నేటి వరకు ధీటుగా నిలదీస్తున్నాడు. మేలుకోరా తమ్మి ఇప్పుడైనా అన్న బాహుబలిలా ముందుకు వచ్చాడు. గుండె నిండా తమ్మున్నాడు. కొండనైనా కొడుతాడు. ఆడు ఎవ్వడు ఈడు ఎవడు అందరం రేవంతు వెంటే. మూడు రంగుల జెండా పట్టి సింగమోలే కదిలినాడు. ఒక్కరో కాంగ్రెస్ సూర్యుడు మన రేవంత్ అన్న నిగ్గదీసి అడిగే మునగాడు. పట్టి సింగమోలే కదిలినాడు. ఒక్కరో కాంగ్రెస్ సూర్యుడు మన రేవంత్ అన్న నిగ్గదీసి అడిగే మునగాడు. వీడు భూమిన వానైతాడు. బీద సాదల ధైర్యం వీడు. దొంగ దొరల వ్రతం పడతాడు. మన రేవంత్ అన్న పేద ఇంటికి పండుగ తెస్తాడు. సోనియమ్మ దివెనతోని రాహులన్న సైనికుడయ్యి పెద్ద కొడుకై యుద్ధం చెయ్య సిద్ధమాయే రేవంత్ అన్న. మూడు రంగుల జెండా పట్టి సింగమోలే కదిలినాడు. ఒక్కరో కాంగ్రెస్ సూర్యుడు మన రేవంత్ అన్న నిగ్గదీసి అడిగే మునగాడు. దాడులెన్ని జరిగిన గాని దడవలేదు రేవంత్ అన్న. గంతకంతా ఎత్తుకు ఎదిగాడు. మొక్కనాడు ఊకోలేదు. ఒక్కడయ్యి కొట్లాడాడు. అందుకే పెద్ద నాయకుడయ్యాడు. అమరవీరుల త్యాగం చూసి అమ్మ సోనియ చలువతోటి వచ్చిన మన తెలంగాణ రక్షణే చేయమంటున్నాడు. మూడు రంగుల జెండా పట్టి సింగమోలే కదిలినాడు. ఒక్కరో కాంగ్రెస్ సూర్యుడు మన రేవంత్ అన్న నిగ్గదీసి అడిగే మునగాడు. ఓహమంటూ లేని వాడు అందరినీ కలిపేటోడు ఆనాటి రోజులు తెస్తాడు. మన ఆశలన్నీ తెచ్చే నాయకుడు. ఇందిరమ్మ రాజ్యం మళ్ళీ రేవంతు వల్లే సాధ్యం. మన వంతుగా గన్నకు తోడుందా. మన ఉద్యమానికి సిద్ధం అయిపోతా. తెలంగాణ పులి బిడ్డ మరవబోదు నిన్ని గంట. జై జై మా రేవంత్ అన్నది మన తెలంగాణ. మూడు రంగుల జెండా పట్టి సింగమోలే కదిలినాడు. ఒక్కరో కాంగ్రెస్ సూర్యుడు మన రేవంత్ అన్న నిగ్గదీసి అడిగే మునగాడు.
నలు దిక్కుల జనగుండలకు అతనే కొండంత అండ. యుద్ధం గెలిచి తొలి పొద్దై ఉదయించిందుర రేవంత్ అన్న. వెలుగై తూర్పున చాల్ కత్తులు నూరే శక్తులకు చెడబడురా రేవంత్ అన్న. అరే ఏదేమైనా మాటే ఆశయాలకై అలు పెరుగని పోరు రోరు గెలిచే సేవకై బహుజన గిరిజన సకల జాతుల కొరకై పరితపించ ప్రతిదినం ప్రజా పాలనే తనదై యుద్ధం గెలిచి తొలి పొద్దై ఉదయించిందుర రేవంతన్న వెలుగై తూర్పున చల్ కత్తులు నూరే శక్తులకు చడబడురా రేవంతన్న అరేదేమైనా మాటే భయం తన పాటే విజయం రేవంతన్న మాలో నింపే ధైర్యం అతడే సైన్యం
పేదల గడపల్లో నువ్వు పచ్చని తోరణమై వెలుగును పంచే వేకువ నీవేగన్నా ఎంకన్నా ఆకలి కడుపులకు ఆసరవే నువ్వై ఆపద తీర్చే గంటై నిలిచే ధైర్యం నువ్వన్నా నువ్వు నిండుకున్నవి వెలుగా నిరుపేదల పెద్ద కొడుక నువ్వు సమత మమతల పిలుపా సాగే ఉద్యమకేకా వేదన తీర్చిన వెలుగే నీవన్నా ఉన్నాయంకన్నా పేదొల్లా పెద్దన్నా తెలంగాణ ఎంకన్నా నలు దిక్కుల పిలుపన్నా ఊరూరు పిలుపై ఉద్యమ గెలుపై వచ్చావు ఎంకన్నా ప్రాణాన్ని సైతం ఇచ్చేస్తానంటూ నిలిచావు మాయన్నా ఈ నేల తల్లి రుణమిది అంటూ రణమున నిలిచావు నీ పదవి సైతం పక్కన పెట్టి జనముతో నడిచావు నీ పిలుపే ఉద్యమకే కాది చరిత్ర మరవని గెలుపా నీ నడకే రాష్ట్రం కొరకా రణ భూమికి పెద్ద కొడుక తెలంగాణ మరువని తెగువే నీదన్నా ఉన్నాయంకన్నా పేదొల్లా పెద్దన్నా తెలంగాణ ఎంకన్నా నలు దిక్కుల పిలుపన్నా నీవై మా శ్వాస నీవై మా వెంట ఉంటావు మా గోస తీర్చావో చిన్న పిలుపుకి నేనున్నానంటావు మా గుడిసె గూటిలో కష్టాలు తీర్చే ఆలోచనే నీవు మా తడిసె కన్నులో కన్నీళ్లు తుడిచే చేయుతవే నువ్వు ఈ తరములు మరవని చలువా ఈ తరముకు వేస్తేవి తోవా ఏ నాయకుడుండడు నీలా నీ చూపులు మాకే నీడా ఏ జన్మల బంధమ కోమటి రెడ్డన్నా ఉన్నాయంకన్నా పేదొల్లా పెద్దన్నా తెలంగాణ ఎంకన్నా
Hello and welcome to this webinar with the Hindu. I am Maitri Purecha, and Priscilla Jibraj had to drop out at the last moment because there's a massive cyclone in Chennai. So we are taking it over from Delhi, and we are very excited to have you all here on a Saturday evening, a lovely cold Saturday evening in Delhi, and we have with us Rachita Rasivasya from Career Express and Priyanka Chandok from the Ashoka University. And hi, Rachita and Priyanka, where are you from?
Hi, Maitri. I'm Rachita here, and I'm from Surat in Gujarat.
Great.
Hi,
And Priyanka?
I'm here in Delhi as well.
Yes, so you're just a few kilometers away, and
Yes.
we are discussing a topic called the new career pathways for humanities students. A couple of years ago, when I was a humanities student, I studied mass media. We didn't have very many options. Masters in public policy, I think one would often have to go abroad to do it, I guess. So for too long, Indian students have veered away from a humanities education, often because of misconceptions about career opportunities and the pressure sometimes to pursue medicine, engineering, or other professional courses. However, changing society and job market trends have now led to a new interest in liberal arts education with new career pathways which are opening up for humanities students, especially those willing to capitalize on shifts which are veering towards interdisciplinarity or applied studies. And I guess apart from their specific disciplines, well educated students often have an excellent skills in communication and storytelling, analysis, creativity, critical thinking, ethics, cultural literacy, collaboration. They have an ability to see the big picture, which can be leveraged into multiple emerging sectors. Why humanity students are crucial to the society is the topic we are discussing here today. And in this webinar, our panelists are going to explore the career options available in the Indian and the global market. They'll also share what colleges offer in terms of the ability to mix and match subjects for effective interdisciplinarity, as well as applied studies, and suggest what choices humanity students should be making within and outside the classroom to achieve career success. Shortly introducing our guests, Rachita Rasivasya, who's joining us from Surat in Gujarat, is is a graduate of IIM Bangalore, and she's a certified career counselor. She has over 18 years of experience in the education sector. She's also the co-founder and director of Career Express, which is based in Surat, and has counseled thousands of students across India and Middle East. And Priyanka Chandok is the Vice President of Career Development of Ashoka University, which is one of the country's premier liberal arts education university. She's responsible for placements, internships, career preparation, corporate and student engagement activities at the Sonipat-based university in Haryana. She's almost 30 years of experience in the corporate sector, especially in executive search and recruitment. And we welcome you both on the show. The Hindu webinar often attracts, thousands of people who are interested in viewing it. A couple of weeks ago, we did a webinar on NCERT textbooks, and we touched, I don't know, almost about 8,000 views. Many students, I hope parents, teachers who are interested in this webinar will stick around. They'll ask questions, they'll be curious. And so, without much ado, I open up the stage to Rachita and Priyanka. A very warm welcome to both of you. And I believe Priyanka also has a presentation to make.
No,
So,
Rachita will
yes,
I have a presentation.
Rachita has a presentation to make. I apologize. So, we will open with a presentation. And can we have the deck, please?
Yeah.
Rachita, on to you.
Thank you so much, Maitri. Thank you. And good evening, everyone. So basically, I will just be using a presentation to drive the flow of today's whatever I'm going to talk about. So as a topic today is new career pathways for humanities students, I'm going to be focusing on how the humanities as a subject, as a course has evolved over the years, and what are the different ways in which it is taught right now, and why the way it is being taught right now is really important to drive placements or to drive, commercial or professional success. So talking about this, I'll just start with mentioning that what is a new age humanities. Okay. So first of all, most of us here know that because of the national education policy, there has been shift from the conventional teaching methods to liberal arts space. Okay, so a lot of universities these days now focus on skill development alongside the regular curriculum for the course that is. Initially, if we look at the humanities curriculum like a couple of years back, a few years back, probably we will be looking at people pursuing a BA degree where mostly the theoretical subjects were taught in a very conventional method. Students would write the examination, they would be awarded the degree, and then they will be left with the question that what next? Okay, where do I go with this degree that I have in hand? But now, what we need to understand that the way these subjects are being taught has changed drastically. First of all, there is something which has, there has been a change. First of all, is introduction of things like digital humanities. With the growing advent of technology, analytics, data sciences, everything, and amalgamating it with the humanities studies has opened up new career pathways for many students. For example, a lot of humanities field like psychology or political science, they require analysis and research. Okay, so now when we are conducting this research, if we use digital tools or technologies, it definitely makes our work easier and more effective. So there are universities, for example, I am from Gujarat and there's a university in Gujarat called PDU, Pandit Deendayal Energy University in Gandhinagar. They have digital humanities as one of the majors on offer. Okay, so now these subjects are really taught in the universities these days, and that actually increases the applicability in real life. Secondly, if I talk about the another important features of humanities education, that is applied humanities. Initially, if a student wanted to pursue psychology, they will be offered degrees like a BA in psychology, and more if they are really interested towards the clinical side, they would be pursuing BSc in psychology. But now we can see universities coming up with degrees in applied psychology and maybe applied economics for that matter. So we have NMIMS in Mumbai, which offers a BSc in applied psychology. We have Mahindra University in Hyderabad, which offers a BBA in applied economics and finance. So, when the application part comes in, when the application part starts featuring in, so definitely the usability increases. Now, when I mention BBA, I would like to say here that the students from humanities background, if you have opted for humanities in 11th and 12th, don't be afraid of looking at management courses. You guys are perfectly eligible for that, and you guys can definitely look into it. And combining humanities subjects with management related subjects, business related subjects, it definitely open up new avenues. And that is what is the interdisciplinary studies that we are going to talk about. So interdisciplinary studies definitely, open up a lot of avenues. Studying psychology and economics together, you can explore options like behavioral economics. Studying psychology along with media communication, you can go into advertising, marketing. A lot of avenues do open up. Okay, so we can explore various options here when it comes to digital humanities, applied humanities, and interdisciplinary studies. So don't just, be satisfied with a regular humanities degree. Try and grab these skills, because these skills are going to be really important, and that is what is going to drive your professional success. Now, moving ahead, this is not only in terms of the education system that is changing, but if you also look at the skills that companies are looking at, they are looking at some new age skills, and these skills, particularly the soft skills, humanities students, they have in abundance. So first of all, it's definitely critical thinking and adaptability. Now people, they need to think, because right now, if there is an AI based company, okay, let's take that for an example. It's not about the scope of AI. It's like not about just thinking that what can I do with AI. Instead, we should be thinking, what should I do with AI? Because it's very important that you also measure the pros and cons of developing something scientifically. The ill effects should not weigh, it should not undermine the positives of the course. Okay, so that is why it's important that combination of humanities studies along with other subjects are brought into picture. So critical thinking, they are way better at adapting to things, adapting to changing situation. connecting with people, courses like psychology, sociology, anthropology, they all enable students to connect with people better. And definitely cultural sensitivity, that's important. With growing globalization, we can see a lot of foreign companies, multinational companies coming to India, a lot of Indian companies going abroad. So it's not easy for companies to just adapt to changing culture and political situation. So students from humanities students, the humanities background, they do find career opportunities there. International relations and all, they are in demand. Okay, and definitely research and communication skills, they are on rise. Now, a lot of students, I start guiding students 9th standard onwards, and when they come to me, they are still, they're dicey. Okay, do we really have scope when it comes to humanities subject? Will we get good career opportunities? So it's like we have not seen future. None of us have. But what I believe in is, if there is a problem, there lies opportunity. So if the student has a timeline in mind, if you guys are currently in 10th standard, please look at a timeline of around 7 to 8 years, because that is particularly when you will be entering the job market or your professional career. You will be starting it then. If you are in college right now, please look at a timeline of 3 to 4 years. So just try and imagine that what problems will be on rise at that point of time. I'll give you an example. Just think about that, as more and more females are also stepping out of their home to work in the professional environment. So the age group, like small kids and the elder people at home, the ones who are dependent on others, they will need caretakers. They will need people who can empathize with them, who can connect with them. So definitely the role of therapists, counselors, and even the role of psychology experts, early childhood psychology experts in daycare centers and etc. will increase. Environmental concerns are going to increase. And this will definitely bring in a lot of people from the economics background to, or maybe the geography background, they will be coming into picture. So I believe that if you are able to analyze that what problems are going to increase, and if your education, if your degree can provide solution to those problems, then definitely you will find career opportunities. So when you are looking for that, what humanities subject should I study? Just ask yourself this question, that what kind of problems would I like to solve? What kind of issues I'd like to solve? Whom I would like to interact with? If you are comfortable interacting with kids, then probably go for something like psychology or sociology. If you are more comfortable in a commercial setup, businesses, then probably go for like economics or media, mass communication, etc. That will help you to go towards human resources or marketing side. Okay, so just explore the opportunity in terms of the skills that you can gain from the degrees, and you will definitely find opportunities in the humanities field. Okay, I think that will be all from my side. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for this, Rachita. And so Rachita has already set a base on, and she's divided humanities primarily into, say, more micro-based like psychology. So if you are interested in counseling, or you're interested in dealing with children or patients, you can look at that. But if you are looking at more forward-facing fields like media or HR or communications, then economics can also play a great role in your humanities studies. And I wanted to ask Priyanka a similar question. Priyanka, in Ashoka University, how do you deal with the way this entire world has been changing? Humanities has been sort of taking an important role here in liberal arts education. So how are you redefining essentially what this means for students now?
Yeah. Thanks, and it's great to be here today, talking about to both of you and the audiences, and exploring the exciting and evolving career paths for humanities students. I have the privilege of being associated with Ashoka University for the last 7 years, and in fact, have seen several great examples of students embarking into their careers after studying humanities field. And this topic is really very much more relevant than ever in our rapidly changing world, where there is a high demand for creativity, critical thinking, and adaptability. And I do agree that well-educated humanities students, they often have excellent skills in communication. They are great storytellers. They're extremely analytical and in their approach. They're creative thinkers. They have a high critical thinking ability, the ability to collaborate and work with people, which really gives them a competitive edge at the workplace. high ethics and cultural literacy, and most of all, an ability to see the big picture, which in fact they're able to leverage quite competitively in multiple emerging sectors, including the corporate sector, service sector, or even academia, whatever they wish to pursue. Before I go further, I'll just really take a moment to reflect on what humanities truly encompasses. It is, as both of you have mentioned earlier, the freedom to choose what you want to study. So really being able to explore before you choose. At Ashoka University, we have a very interesting concept, wherein in the first year, when students come to Ashoka University, they don't have to necessarily decide their area of major. What we give them is an opportunity to go through a bunch of foundation courses, which really helps them open up their minds. And these foundation courses are quite diverse. It is about, studying a little bit about economics, politics, society, about environmental studies, an introduction to great books. We have a course on critical thinking. So students don't necessarily have to decide their area of major in the first year. They can, choose after exploring a few subjects. It is a study of natural sciences, social sciences, and humanities, but more importantly, an interdisciplinary approach. So students have the ability and the opportunity to choose between subjects and combine subjects. What it really does is that it allows them to have a breadth and depth of education, which gives them quite an edge. And, liberal arts and sciences and the studies of humanities is really focusing on softer skills, the critical thinking, problem solving, communication, but more importantly, developing a high sense of social awareness, which takes you a lot in the long term. And it really does help become a launch pad to becoming a leader of tomorrow. So the studies of humanities is not merely about understanding history, philosophy, or literature. It's really about developing ethical leaders who can shape our world. And that's what we've seen our students go on to become. What education at Ashoka or other liberal arts and sciences institutions have really done is that it provides a very broad intellectual foundation that really equips students with the ability to think critically. They're able to reason analytically and communicate very, very effectively. They're extremely articulate. And these skills help them to tackle some of the world's most complex issues and address really future challenges with confidence and extreme foresight. As you rightly said, in India, humanities education was overshadowed by engineering and medical fields. In fact, when we were growing up, most of us were either heading in the engineering or medical direction. And those who didn't get these fields often landed up joining humanities. But now it is very different. Students are consciously adopting humanities as an area that they want to get into. In fact, history and contemporary examples tell us a different story. In fact, many of the world's most successful leaders, innovators, and visionaries have their roots in humanities and have leveraged principles of humanities to achieve great success. I'm going to talk about a couple. We know Steve Jobs. In fact, he credited his background in calligraphy and liberal arts for shaping the design and aesthetic philosophy that made Apple products revolutionary. So he believed that his ability to integrate technology with a human-centered design really led to the success of Apple products. In fact, I'm going to quote him here. He says the reason that Apple is able to create products like the iPad is because we always try to be at the intersection of technology and liberal arts to be able to get the best of both. In fact, another example is that of Leonardo da Vinci. He was a celebrated polymath, embodied the interdisciplinarity by merging art, science, and engineering. And in fact, his holistic approach is really an example of creativity, analytical thinking, working in harmony with each other. And of course, we have multiple examples in the modern era. There's Elon Musk, Indra Nooyi, many of them who have studied the humanities and have studied interdisciplinary education. The future of learning, the education system, that truly champions interdisciplinarity, such as Ashoka University, we're able to foster this mindset by encouraging our students to study very diverse fields. These could be ranging across history, computer science, economics, psychology, philosophy, etc. But what's more important is really helping them by equipping them with practical skills. For example, data analysis, design thinking, and entrepreneurship. In fact, we have a center of entrepreneurship at the university that students are able to study courses very relevant for the jobs or the careers that they want to embark in. We've seen very, very interesting examples that I'd like to talk about. A combination of psychology with music or art can lead to careers in art therapy or music therapy. Applied psychology or psychology with industrial relations can lead to jobs in HR. Digital or technology education combined with a number of humanities options often allows the use of digital tools such as digitization of historical context, data visualization for literary analysis, etc. For communications with digital know-how, it's definitely needed for content strategists who are able to craft the messaging for websites, for social media campaigns, and other digital platforms. In fact, to design user interfaces as well. New sciences like AI, machine learning, and biotech are in desperate need of humanities scholars with backgrounds in ethics, philosophy, to guide the responsible use of technology and navigate moral implications. Those with communication backgrounds are needed for public advocacy on emerging technology. Very similarly for environmental sciences and climate change. It could also be used for medical ethics, health communications, linguistics, codings, etc. Interestingly, consulting jobs at Ashoka, many humanities students have been able to crack and are doing exceedingly well at the workplace. What humanities education or liberal arts and sciences education does for them is it gives them the expertise in big picture thinking. In fact, at Ashoka, I'm just going to mention a few examples of success that we are really proud of. Amongst the recent stories, there is a student called Dakshvalya. He attributes his success rooted in interdisciplinary education. He is an MA Economics graduate from Ashoka, and he was awarded the prestigious Rhodes Scholarship in 2022. This recognition is one of the most celebrated international scholarships, and that has helped Daksh to pursue advanced studies at the University of Oxford. In fact, his academic journey is really a testament to the transformative potential of liberal arts. He was deeply immersed in economics. Specifically, he was studying labor economics, welfare economics, and climate change impact. And he also nurtured a keen interest in socio-political philosophy and the theories of justice. His master's thesis, which examined the effect of labor law changes on the female force in India, showcases his ability to connect economic research with societal challenges. We have many such examples. In fact, one more I'm going to mention is that of one of our alums called Shreya, who, in fact, her life after graduation has been a really great blend of creativity, exploration, and transformation. So she started off during her academic journey at Ashoka. She was a member of a band. She was a prominent figure in Delhi's musical scene, and she performed across the country, gracing several stages and festivals, across India. And she began her career in acting. In fact, she even acted in an Amazon Prime web series, and she went on to the University of Michigan. So multiple examples that I'd love to speak about. We talked about psychology. And many of our students, as I mentioned, have studied psychology and got through corporate background,